The big controversy right now, of course, is genetically modified alfalfa, the main one being Roundup Ready alfalfa. It was developed to be a tool to allow us some better weed control. And of course, it was taken off the market for several years due to some lawsuits by environmental groups. There is a fair amount of it planted in Iron County since it's come back on the market, and it has proved useful. We can get some excellent weed control by using Roundup over the top of it. It's particularly good in areas where we got perennial grass weeds, like quackgrass, where before we had really no good option to control those. Now we can. A lot of farmers like it. Actually probably reduces the spraying. We're finding that you spray it the first year and it really controls the weeds for a couple of years. People still don't like it. People don't like the GMO in some areas. A lot of hay in Iron County actually gets shipped overseas to Asia and Korea and those places, and it's not accepted there. So a lot of our acreages are not planted to it because of the overseas market for a lot of our alfalfa, and it's not being accepted in those countries. So I found it to be a useful tool. It's expensive. They add a technology fee onto every pound of seed they sell, which about doubles the price of the alfalfa compared to regular alfalfa. So it's not planted by everybody, and I don't think that was ever the intent, nor do I think it ought to be planted by everybody. But it is a tool in some applications. Our biggest issue with alfalfa is it has the highest water use of any crop. We got areas where we're actually mining the aquifer, the water table's going down, and that's causing considerable problems, and we got to figure out a way to solve it. And alfalfa being the most profitable crop we can grow in the county, but at the same time using the most water, is kind of a conundrum. So we got to work our way through that. There are some new technologies to help us grow alfalfa with less water. The one we're currently looking at, it's not in the county yet, but we're going to do some research on, is using drip irrigation on alfalfa fields, which you put the water right at the roots. You don't have all that water up in the wind and being evaporated off the soil surface. So there looks to be considerable water savings from that method of irrigation, and it also tends to have less weeds. We're not putting water on the soil surface to generate weeds, and it looks like the stand life goes up because we don't have the disease issues because we're not getting the foliage on top all wet. The biggest use for alfalfa in our county, a lot of it's fed locally, but a lot of it is shipped overseas in the form of cubes particularly, and we also have a lot that goes down to California. Chino has the largest number of milk cows in the world, and we're the closest place to Chino that can grow high quality alfalfa. To get alfalfa to be really high quality, you need to be higher in elevation where it slows down the growth rate and we get more leaves than stems. And we got excellent alfalfa growing conditions in the county. We also usually don't get too much summer moisture, which allows us to put the hay up without it getting rained on. So we have extremely high quality alfalfa that is wanted and needed by the dairies down in California, so a lot of our hay goes down to those dairies.
How would you say prairie dogs are affecting alfalfa productions here in Iron County?
Prairie dogs, where they occur, are a real problem. I know some research we looked at the college farm where we put cages out where the prairie dogs were able to graze the alfalfa. They'd only produced about 600 pounds per acre. Inside the cages, it was over 3,000 pounds. So you can see the reduction. So where they're at, they tend to graze the hay off. They like it. It's nutritious for them also. They also cause numerous problems with their burrows that break machinery and do other damage. So prairie dogs, if they're in your fields, are a considerable problem.